My mother told me to jump in the car with this gentleman, jump in his car, spend a minute in his car with them. And so I did. I never thought he was gonna do anything. I didn't think she would send me to a car with somebody planning to do something with them. I was a kid, you know. I don't know why she would think that I would have that idea. It wasn't my idea. I did what she told me to do. Just wanted me to play with it. Wanted me to stroke it. I just wanted to get it over with. It was like getting out of my body, I guess I was getting my head, I don't know how to explain it. Everything starts looking different. Things are a different color. Everything turns green and then blue. It depends on how much is involved. But, once you start once things start looking different, it's like your memory kind of goes away. You don't remember things. You never talk about them. My memories came back to me years later. I don't know, more than 20 years later. It just started coming when I was driving. So I pulled over. Had to get off the road because it seemed like everything was turning black. And then I decided I needed to find a doctor. And I looked it up. I forget where I looked it up, but I tried to find out where I could find a doctor who had dealt with other women who had had these experiences when she was a child. And he did. That's the only patients he had were women who had suffered abuse, getting involved with the satanic cult. Well, they had been forced to be involved, to go to, what would you call them? When those people would meet, they all used to walk through the bushes at the Unitarian church down by the water in Huntington. There was a building, some other building, big building, tall, right through the bushes at the fellowship. And they'd have these big circles of these Satanists around an altar where the people, sometimes in hooded, what do you call them? They were wearing these long cloaks that were brown with hoods, and they'd be in a circle or two circles, one inside of the other, by the altar, where there'd be live children and sometimes babies, but not at the same time, one at a time. So, and that would happen at night. It never happened during the fellowship. I saw people get stabbed and start bleeding, and it would be dripping to the floor. It was children. The youngest I ever saw stabbed, I'd say it was about younger than 2 years old. And then there were several that were 2 and 3 years old. I can't imagine how anybody got away with that. The kid disappears. Don't detectives come try to figure out what happened? When you bring me through those doors on that building, I immediately start to, it feels like coming out of the body. Everything starts looking funny. You don't feel anything because you're not in the body. I think I was forced to do things to other people sexually. I know that my mother would deny it right away. The first time she sees this anywhere, she might just start laughing and shaking her head and just say she had no involvement in anything like this. That's not true.